Big news for King Arthur today. We have the roadmap and they want us to do a survey to pick which content that we see first, which content they're going to put in the game first out of all four of these. They've got me so excited. I've got my King Arthur shirt on. So this better be good. I do have some reservations. My biggest concern is the state of the game right now. The core game, which I want to have a discussion with you on this. So talk to me down below in the comments. I feel like there's a real disconnect when it comes to people, well, characters like Morgan or Anya or even Iwart as our new DPS champion. They try to bring out new content to where we have to use other champions, but it doesn't work. All we do is bring in Morgan for everything. Anya, Iwart, Nika now, so that we can get vigor. There's a core base problem with having fun in King Arthur, and that needs to be addressed before we go into having all this other cool boss battle stuff, because I want to see big bosses. When you played Raid Shadow Legends and you go up against that clan boss, there's a lot to think about there, and there's many different ways to do well in the clan boss, but the clan boss can utilize so many different heroes. I want to see bosses to where we use a good amount of heroes, so there's lots of different strategies and not just bring in your Morgan, bring in your Nika, bring in your Iwart, and that's it. We need to get away from that, and the only way to do that, honestly, is to change those heroes. Now, I know you don't like hearing this, but we've got to do something. We can't have Morgan always bringing the two powerful most debuffs, the two most powerful debuffs that we have. We can't Anya always counterattacking with everything else they can do. Could you imagine if they split those heroes into two different heroes? A hero that does AoE counter all the time, and that's really basically all they do. And then we have Anya bringing in that new heal that she does along with all of her other abilities to give the team counterattack at times, but not her necessarily doing counterattack all the time, maybe once per round. I know you don't like hearing that, but there's a problem. You've got to acknowledge there is a problem with the core game, with Vigor, us being able to do our abilities. And I've said this in many of my streams. I want to say it right now. Every healer in King Arthur at Chivalry 8 needs to give all other heroes +1 vigor on their turn so that we can have fun. And then we need to do something about Morgan. We need to split Morgan into another hero, a hero that actually is just a debuffer, not an attack gauge dropper, not a heal blocker, not a sleeper, not all these other things that Morgan can do. We need to bring in different heroes and have it really set up so that, like, what's the magic? What's the magic of Raid? How is their Void Tower bosses? How are they so good and so fun? The Hydra boss was annoying, but they made it better. But still, it was technical. It was different. They've got a Chimera boss now that I've never played. And the clan boss was great. There have been so many, Deadwood Jedi did so many calculators on that boss. There are so much theory crafting and so much done on those bosses that have brought years and years of pleasure. We don't have any boss like that in King Arthur, and we need multiple bosses like that. So let's get into this content and talk about what I want to see. This content one, consists of 3 dungeons with a periodic rotation system using various heroes, and that rewards us with points on score. Okay, different bosses coming in. Let's go back to Dragonair Silent Gods with the Vortex boss that we had. That Vortex boss was cool. We needed that to have a variation of it. We needed the Vortex boss to at least change up a little bit each week, which they didn't do, but it was still a really cool encounter. There were leaderboards, so we could see leaderboards every day. We need leaderboards for individual. We need leaderboards for our clans. And we need these bosses to be different than the current bosses we fight right now, which are just the same level up bosses. Right now in our clan, we fight the same bosses. It's no different. And then when we do fight these bosses, like they brought in the brand new boss that we fight, the Harpy boss with the 4 Harpies in the side, where we're supposed to bring in some dots to do additional damage. We're supposed to bring in, I can't remember what else we were supposed to bring in, but what do we bring in? We bring in Morgan, we bring in Anya, we bring in Iwart, and that's it. We beat that boss as easy as possible with those heroes. No variation, nothing else. The greatest thing about Raid was when you go to fight a boss, there's actually something specific, something that a hero can do because there's so many skills. So you base those bosses off of specific skills. We need HP shields. I think on the beetle that we fought in raid, and if you didn't have those HP shields, it would knock back your attack gauge so much that you couldn't do anything, if I'm remembering correctly. A lot of the other bosses, same way. There's something that you have to bring in that we would have to bring in different heroes to do it with. But since Morgan can do so much, can do anything you can think of with heal, block, sleep, drop the attack gauge, knock back the decreased defense, increase damage, put people to sleep. I mean, I don't know what the solution is, but I want to see that. And if this content would be that on a rotating with 3 bosses, big mega bosses to where it's going to be content that we can enjoy for years to come, I would love that. Irregular arena, I don't see us needing to do irregular arena. I think this is good. You can drop a regular arena in at any time. You can make it so that we can only use, a couple rares during that week of arena, along with no serpent favors that week, and keep changing up the requirements for heroes that we can use. A lot of people have done this before for PvP. It's not something that I think would be mega. Like, we can do that. You can drop that at any time, and I will be happy to see that. So this would not be my first choice. Content 2, no. Content 3 sounds cool, but it looks like Flame, Frost, and Storm based, and you can only use those going through. This doesn't sound like they're going to make it boss base. In any idle game you play, once you go up through the tower 100, it then splits into 3 towers, and you use each element to go through the tower. I don't want another Forbidden Dungeon to where the only way we can progress is to make sure that we land our debuffs and they just have insanely high resistance, and all we fight are normal regular mobs, just the regular units. I want bosses with sweet mechanics, please. Netmarble, go play raid. Look at all their bosses. Look at how intricate all those bosses are, and how many different heroes and different ways we can fight it, and the way they do the rewards, the way they do the leaderboards. Go check that out, please. It truly is amazing. And if these aren't bosses, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see any more of us fighting just normal waves of heroes, enemies. That's boring. Okay, Shadow Dungeon, co-op. Co-op has been done in Summoner's War. They did it really well with their Hydra boss in Summoner's War. And you came in with your team. I think it was like a team of 8. And the allies came in with a team of 8. When you queued up, they would queue up as well. And then eventually a month later, because queuing becomes an issue when, different time zones, different people on, they made it so that you could set up your team, and then anybody in your clan or friends list could use that team. So I could queue up, and I'm still using other people's teams. They've just already preset them there. They don't have to be there live. And that worked splendidly. It was really nice, but we had no control. You just go in there and you zone, and everything is auto. You see the boss battle roll out and finish. I don't know the details on these, so I really can't comment. All I can say is I want to see some big bosses. I want to see some challenging bosses. This game is missing that, and then I want to see the core mechanics of this game fixed so that it can be fun, so that we don't play the same heroes all the time, and that everybody has enough vigor to go around. And that again would be every single healer, even a rare healer at Chivalry 8 gives 1 more vigor to everybody else on the team as long as they're alive, just like Nika. And that is very needed just to increase the fun. And then you can, tailor the challenge around this. And then switching up Morgan a bit won't hurt people so badly because you have a way to get vigor. You don't have to use vigor set all the time. You can still use vigor set on some of your heroes, so you can do a lot of skill 3s. That's the only way to get skill 3s rolling, is if you have somebody like Nika, and then even put a vigor set on a few of your heroes. You're going to have to. And this would make it just, I think, in my mind, so much better for versatility to use heroes. And then you can start bringing in bosses that are just these amazing bosses that we have to really think about what we're doing, that make it fun, that give us great rewards, and that have solo leaderboards, 100, top 100 for damage done, solo leaderboards, along with clan leaderboards. If it's going to be, I guess I would just bring clan leaderboards regardless, even if it's not clan based. Each clan member is going to attack it. So if you calculate what all the clan members have done for that day, you're going to have a number. Why not? Make it a clan competition as well as an individual competition. Bring things like that so that people want to log in and play every day. And one last thing, since I'm on my soapbox, get me saved gear slots so that I can switch around gear, because I am tired of playing and switching gear. This is why I don't even try. I just throw my heroes in, whatever gear they have on, I don't care. We need saved gear slots like all games do. All gear farming games do. More story mode is coming. That will be a lot of fun. I'll leave a link to this down below so you can come over here and give your vote. We only have 4 more days left. It will give you 100 stamina to do this, which is pretty cool. Give us additional stamina, and make sure you come over here and you're a supporter of mine so I can get these rewards out to you. I have 3,570 more, 5 special summons, 200 stamina, more summons, more gold. And then last night, this new event just opened for me to submit a new video on Brennan, Gilroy, and the new event that's going on. So I have to do a video for this. Once I submit it, they'll give us even more rewards to give out to all of you guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. Please tell me your thoughts so that maybe Netmarble will see this as well and make this game better for us. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you all in a video soon.